Quick, think of a location where two people might have a conversation. Say it out loud. What did you think of? Chances are you probably thought of a bar, a coffee shop, a beach, a grocery store, or the bathroom. I know because after 25 years of performing improv comedy, when I ask for a location, these are the first few suggestions that always come out of the audience. Now it is a little bit odd that people say bathroom because the last thing I want to do when I go to the bathroom is have a conversation, but hey, I'm not judging. Now, that's often what we'll get from the audience as a starting point for an improv scene or an improv game. Now, what I have found is that while great improvisers can make any suggestion work, the starting point can actually have a big difference on how easy it is to be creative and have a great time. And that same principle can apply to you when you're trying to be more innovative in any area of your life. In this day and age, innovation is critical. The world is changing faster than ever. Just when you think you've got it all figured out, things change again. And the end result of this is that we start to feel like we're constantly being asked to do more and more with less and less. It's like departments are being downsized, budgets are being cut, but our workload keeps increasing, and it's going kind of crazy. Now, we need to innovate in those situations simply because if we keep trying to do everything the same way as more and more is added into our lives, that's when we start drowning with too much to do. Think about it. If you're doing 50 hours of work a week and someone comes along and adds 5 more hours to your load, if you keep doing everything the same, you're going to do 55 hours of work. If, however, you step back and be a little innovative and say, how can I come up with new creative ways of doing what I was doing, you can maybe get those 50 hours down to 46. And now you're only adding up to 51. And if you're really creative, you might find a way of getting those 50 hours down to 44, so even adding 5 hours takes you to 49. So, as a short form improviser, I play games where I get suggestions from the audience, and then I use those as the basis for the scenes and exercises I'm going to do.
Before I start this story, every speaker has kind of like their motivational system, the process, their step-by-step techniques. So from this side of the room, can I get a verb, some kind of action other than sleep, walk, or run? Party. Ooh, yes. FSAE, yes. Party. And from this side of the room, can I get a descriptive word like an adjective or adverb? What was that back there? Hard. Wow. I'm sad I'm missing this Cuban Libre party tonight. All right. Hard is a little on the nose. So how about, someone said animal over here, right? I don't know if animal is a verb or, it's not really an adjective, but sorry, I like how you roll. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you a brief motivational speech on the power of animal partying. All right, here we go. Let me mix these up a little bit. All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. I am here to share with you the power of animal partying. Most people don't know this, but if you are stupid, you are stupid. You cannot fix stupid. So what I'm about to share with you is not a magic bullet. For you dumb people in the room, find a smart person and have them help you along. But for you smart people, animal partying may be the thing for you. You see, I learned about animal partying when I was a young lad. My mother one day pulled me aside and she said to me, "Be a rainbow in someone else's cloud."
Now, when you do improv a lot, as I do, you start to hear the same suggestions over and over. As I said at the beginning, locations, you get things like bathroom and bar and coffee shop. In fact, so much so that now, when I'm asking for a location, I will say, how about an unusual location, something beyond your normal bar or coffee shop or beach? Because I know that's the first thing people are going to yell out. Now, here's the thing. When you hear a suggestion as a starting point from the audience that you've done before, it's very tempting to take it because it's safe, right? I've done scenes set in a bar before. I'm like, oh, well, I've done this. I know I can do it. The problem is it completely cuts your creativity. Because when you're going with the same suggestion, you're not doing anything new. And of course, creativity is creating, which means coming up with new stuff. So I really challenge myself and push myself every time I perform to try to do different things and take different suggestions that I haven't taken before. Not just because I like the challenge, but because I know that at the end of the day, that's going to make me more creative and it's going to make the scene and the improv work much stronger. Now, off stage, when you're trying to innovate in your own life to solve those problems or cut down on your workload, you're going to run into the same issue. And I've seen this all the time with groups and individuals where they'll try to solve a problem or come up with a new way of doing things, but they keep starting from the same place. It's like if you're planning an event, you start at the beginning of the event and think your way through it. Makes total sense. But if you want to be creative and you keep starting at the same place, your mind is going to give you the same ideas. So why not think about the end of the event first? Why not think about the middle? Why not think about something unrelated? Right? We change our starting points, and starting point doesn't just mean time. You can change your starting point by thinking of something completely unrelated to the problem. You can think about something outside of it and then work your way in. Just change the initial discussion point because that's going to drive your creativity in many different ways. So the next time you're sitting there trying to be creative, trying to solve a problem, trying to innovate a new system or process, and you're getting stuck, try changing your starting point and see how that drives your creativity in new directions. Here are some of the most common suggestions called out at improv comedy shows. Bathroom, undertaker or mortician, skydiving, proctologist, yes, it's true, scuba diving, pineapples, spelunking, which is cave exploring if you don't know, and most common of all, for some reason, when I ask for an object, the spatula. I don't know why, but people like to say spatula.